Welcome to Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. It's Andrade and Irwin back at it again. And if you guys have kept up with the channel for a while, we're bringing back an old series of ours from the first season of BTD, and that is Contender or Pretender. And for the first one of this NBA season, we decided to go with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes, sir, man. 76ers is a team that, shit, man, they're very talented, but, man, quite honestly, I still haven't figured it out yet. But what I have figured out is the answer to this question is going to be based on how they do in the playoffs.
Okay. Oh, true. I mean, you know my take on it. If you guys watch any old video,
This guy hates the Sixers.
I don't hate the Sixers. I just gave up on the process era and the Sixers a long time ago. And look, I was right about Rockets. 2-3 years I've been saying like Rockets, like y'all after like enough inconsistency in the playoffs. For me, it's like 2 to 3 years. You just gotta move on. They were doing it for like 4 or 5 years. The Sixers are basically entering that time frame too. And it's like, look, you can have all the talent in the world, but if the organization or the coaching staff or something in the infrastructure isn't working out, it's not gonna click.
Okay, yeah, but what I saw is, okay, they got a new coach. They got a new voice that they're hearing from, Doc Rivers. They got a new
GM.
new GM in Daryl Morey. And he already got to work, per se. One of the problems with the 76ers is that they were way too clogged up. So kudos to him. He was able to get rid of that horrible contract of Al Horford, and he was able to bring some shooting in. And Seth Curry, arguably one of the best shooters.
One of the
right now.
wettest players in the NBA.
One
right
of the
now.
wettest players. He is wetter than his brother, actually, when it comes from three-pointers. Look at his percentage, man.
Season.
I feel you, but you can make an argument. He's just as wet as his brother.
I would say he's better than Curry, but
definitely not better than Curry.
Just as wet as Steph, then yeah, because he's more catch and shoot. He can't create as much as Steph, but he also can create. But like, yeah,
he's pretty wet.
He's pretty wet from the 3-point.
They were able to bring Danny Green. I know he gets a lot of shit.
He's supposed to be another Steph Curry arsenal in their bag, but I don't know what's been going on with Green, bro, for like 2 years now.
He's just been playing ass, man. Like, for his standards, at least.
Yeah.
Per se. But despite that going on, they still got Ben Simmons. They still got Joel Embiid. And the fact is, right now, as of this day, the 76ers are the number 3 team in the East, which goes to this question. Andrade, what do you see about the Sixers? Are they contenders or are they pretenders?
Pretenders. Easily. Like, no question. Look, everyone can point out the stats. I know the number one that people probably go is, look how Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons perform when they're on the floor together. Cool. How many playoff rounds have they won? Have they reached the finals? How long have they been together? They've been together now, 3-4 years now?
Been a while.
It's been a while. It's over, guys. Like, and now with these heavy ass rumors about Simmons getting traded, and then Daryl Morey once again, because the man keeps getting caught in his lies that he wasn't gonna trade a player, and it turns out he was gonna. Bro, he did it in Houston. Now he's doing it in Sixerland. Like, Daryl, first of all, either shut the fuck up and don't say anything, or just pan the question. Like, you don't have to lie, just pan the question like a politician. Like, I don't know why you lie. You know what I mean?
I feel you, man, but everybody in the front office does it one way or the other.
But then when you lie, it creates an unnecessary tension within the organization, between the players and someone who's very important on the squad, the GM. And it's like, now Ben Simmons for sure has this in the back of his mind, and Ben isn't improving. So either way, I'm kind of on Daryl Morey's side on this. Not about the line, but about trading him. Like, Ben is a good player, good to great player. He has his great moments. Overall, I would say he's a very good player. I wouldn't put him as great. He's a very good player. Mm-hmm. But he hasn't improved. And I recently watched the video. I forgot where, but like, that was showing how, like, in the past 3 years, Ben Simmons has not improved. He's actually gotten worse, but he just. Ceiling is not improving.
Look, man, it's just been stagnant. Which, to answer the question that I initially asked, I think they have the talent to be contenders. However, talent can only get you so far. It's how you be able to, implement and execute that talent. And I'm just not confident
facts.
with the Sixers as of right now that come playoff time, they're going to be able to get over the hump and be able to get to what they want to, which is a championship.
So what's your answer? You think they're contenders or pretenders?
They have the talent to be contenders,
What
but
do you think?
they're pretenders.
All right.
Yeah, no, you didn't let me finish my point, bro. They're pretenders.
No,
but,
first time you weren't gonna say the point. You're going off.
Okay, but do you think Doc Rivers is the right coach to be able to get them to what they want? Is he gonna be able to fix that?
I don't. Look, man. Like, all right, how I started off this video. Like, I remember the first point I brought up, guys. So basically, you hired the guy in Rocket Land who did the same thing for years, without like extended success after the peak success they had, which they never made the finals.
Okay.
And I'll give it to Daryl though. Daryl Morey always tries to make moves, except he wouldn't switch Harden. So I'll give him that. But then the reason I brought this up again is Doc Rivers is the same way as a coach for the Clippers. And then how far did he go with the Clippers in his 8-9 year tenure there?
Second round. They didn't even get to the conference finals, and they choked.
Now you hired that coach with this GM in an organization that was already following something similar. I just don't think overall it's gonna click. I don't think, even if they trade Ben Simmons, unless they get some incredible superstar paired up with Joel Embiid. I'm sorry, Sixers fans. I think you guys are just gonna have to ride this era off. You guys will always be competitive. You guys will always be like maybe in the talks in the beginning of the season and get past the first round, get into the second round, maybe make a conference finals. But that's it. That's the seeding. So
how far do you see them?
I don't think Doc Rivers is gonna change that culture.
How far do you see them making it this year?
Oh, that's really hard to say, man, because it's so early, and I'm fairly confident that Simmons, or if not Simmons, I don't want to say Embiid because it sounds like they're gonna keep, like, I have not heard much rumors about trading Embiid. So if not Simmons, some type of trade is gonna happen in the season.
Okay.
So if I say this now, it's like, we might be talking about a different squad moving forward.
I mean, there's been some bright spots, man. Tyrese Maxey, he came out of from nowhere. The rookie that they have, when he scored about 38 points.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
There's been some bright spots.
There's some bright moments.
Tobias Harris has been playing well.
But we're talking about the playoffs. We're talking about the playoffs, and everything changes and slows down. I give them, as constructed, second round exits. I don't think they're because I think we can both agree we're already giving one conference final spot to the Nets. Like,
I mean, safe to say,
almost a given by most fans.
It depends.
If things work out, yeah, of course. We thought a lot about the same thing with the Clippers last year. Look how that worked out. But then it's like, okay, who else is gonna take that other conference final spot?
Everybody in the East is pretty close talent-wise.
A lot of it, is up in the air. But at this point, I think Giannis has enough of a chip on his shoulder where I don't think he's gonna allow himself to, crumble the way he has the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm being biased, but I know the Heat are off to a rough start, but I still think the playoffs, they play differently. They've never been they're not a regular season team. So as long as they get their shit together at some point in the regular season, I still think they're gonna be up there as competitors. And then, damn, I'm blanking out who else I had in the
look, man. There's the Nets.
East.
There's the Celtics.
There's the Celtics.
There's the Bucks.
So for me, it's the Bucks and the Celtics that are fighting for that.
There's the Heat.
Finals.
There's the Heat as well.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, my other top two besides the Nets, like, that are taking for that second place. Yeah, so I don't see the Sixers reaching the conference.
It really depends on matchups, man. If it goes really perfect and Ben Simmons miraculously gets better, especially shooting wise, like you see in the playoffs, they have the talent to get to the conference finals. They have the talent.
No, man. Look,
get there.
There's gonna be a snippet for our Insta. You ready?
What?
Look, for the Sixers team, I don't even care about matchups because I think they have so much unnecessary tension in that squad that even we might not know about, that if whoever they face in the playoffs causes enough frustration to them and it goes long ways and they're not playing well, Embiid and Simmons, if they're still together by then, are going to implode regardless of who they're matched up with.
Jeez. All right, man. Well, you heard it from here, guys.
Okay, let me end it on a positive note. Team leaders. I'll give you guys this. Embiid and Simmons are the top team leaders for the whole squad. Embiid averaging 25 points as of this recording, 11.5 rebounds. Simmons is top with 8 assists, 1.5 steals, Simmons, and then blocks with Embiid, 1.5 blocks. So, I'll just send out a pod. You guys don't think I'm hating. And I like Embiid. South Beach is waiting for you, bro.
Embiid's one of the few big men that Shaq doesn't hate.
Yeah. Right. And what I like about Embiid, too, is, like, a couple years ago, the whole talk was like, yeah, he's talented. Yeah, he's got it. But, like, he's too injury prone. He's like Steph Curry. He had that little phase in his career where they're very injury prone, but after they exited it, they're fine. You know what I mean?
They're superstars.
So yeah, and Embiid seems to be consistent, superstar, star status, and then yeah, I think he just deserves better at this point.
But we'll see what happens, guys. Philly fans, let us know. I know you guys don't hold back at all. Let us know in the comments.
They're gonna rip us a new one.
Yeah, for real. No Vaseline, but hey. We're ready for it, man. That's why we have this community for the love and the hate. That's why we appreciate it. You can catch us.
Don't back down from no comments.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just look at the Thunder video. But anyways, catch us on Insta, Twitter, TikTok, Ball Talk Deep, where we talk deep about ball. Catch you guys soon. But for now, later. Care.